Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Corso Racing League, where today it is round 1 of the second season. Today's track is the Red Bull Ring in Austria. This track was last updated in 2011, and the first race was in 2014 when Massa won ahead of Bottas, both for the Williams team. Today's track's the shortest on the calendar. It is 4.3 kilometers long with 10 turns, 7 to the right, 3 to the left with 3 DRS zones. The first on the start finished straight, second on the exit of turn 1 and third on the exit of turn 3. This track is prone to rain, so it'll be interesting to see what tyre strategies driver will go for. I'm TCFTW, commenter for today, and I really hope you guys are going to enjoy this stream. Alright, hello everybody. We are gonna get into quali. Well, I think we're about. Maverick, don't worry, I can change it from here. Let's get into this. Maverick, is there anything up with the lobby, or why is it? Please wait. Okay, there we go. Alright then, time to get started. Is everything alright? Go have a look. Is the sound too loud? Just need a little bit of an update here. So currently W is set the fastest lap with a 103. Second is Honnold, Static, and then Ray's. Let's go FHV and Reagan's. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully we're gonna have a fun stream on our hands today. We're in qualifying right now with 4 or 5 people. Well, a lot more people setting laps right now. Currently P1 is W with a 1-3, and then a couple times off him we have Honnold. Is sound good? Yeah, just let me know. Trying to find someone who's doing let me sort all these settings out. Do it like that. Alright, so Maverick's coming out. We can watch Maverick, I guess. Is sound good, or should I turn it down a little bit? Someone let me know. Maverick and Reagan are out for that outlap. Dobby, I think Taylor Funk is improved. I'm just going to turn it down a tad. Go to there. Alright. Let's carry on in here. Where Sealy and Harvey are on the outlap right now, but all these should be getting ready to set their lap. It is a short quali today here in Austria, so we have a lot of excitement for you guys in the stream. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. That's I wonder what's happened. And not fine, maybe a spin over there, but that's really all I can see. Let's go and watch Ray, who is wait, is Taylor Funk there? That's probably what the yellow flag goes for him, as he spins out a bit, and I think he has some damage, so he'll have to return to the pit lane. maybe some wing damage, we never know. Is Ray is nearly about beginning the outlap. Harvey nearly spins out, and he does spin out there. Very unlucky, considering he was on his hot lap. So he will have to make his way back onto the track with Maverick, who is now getting on his way in his hot lap. Reagan also, so we have a couple of people on their hot laps already. I think Maverick, he's letting someone pass there. As we currently have a lot, first spin of the season. First spin of the season, a lot more to come. As Maverick is about to set a time, let's see what it is. It's very, that is extremely slow for Maverick, but I'm pretty sure he did let someone through. As Nice also sets a lap with a 1.7. As Maverick now is going to try and set a fastest lap or go for a lap. As Harvey is also going to finish his lap in a second. Let's see what he does get. I'm pretty sure he's going to do it now because I'm pretty sure to let people through. But he finishes with a 1:22 and P12. But I'm sure this will be his flying lap. As Static and Arnold both come out for their outlaps, and Arnold's about to get underway with his outlap. Oh no, he just finished his lap. He didn't improve. Static is about to begin, or he's heading back into the pits. I don't know what he's doing here. I think he's letting Maverick through. He's on his lap. That's a very good lap, and he improves one position. Very decent there from the D2 driver, I'm pretty sure. As now we're going to watch Static, who's just begun. We're going to his hot lap, so let's see how that's going. Very good. And a lot of people in the pits now. The top three, as it stands, consist of Dobby, 13-bot, and Taylor Funk, who are not out as Dobby. Also, Dobby is out now, as I said that, and he's making his way to start his lap, seeing if he can prove, as he's only two tenths off 13-bot, who is in second. Arnold improves with P3 over Taylor Funk, so Arnold's up into P3 there, which is good for the Ferrari team. As Harvey comes into the pit, a couple more people come into the pit. As nice one, Kekos is about to set a time. Will he improve? We'll have to find out in a second. And I'm pretty sure Dougie should be somewhat, he is near to starting his lap. So let's see how he does. He's going to get a nice and steady, get a good start, a good pull away there. And his lap does begin, so we'll bring you back on how he does. And actually, no, we'll just watch it. But it's going to be extremely interesting race here in, Austria. It's the quickest track. So, Static goes past Dubby there. They're both on flying laps. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. As I don't believe Static's going to let him through. So, we will just have to make his way up there, as Reagan is now on his out lap, along with Static, who's about to set a lap. And then other than that, there's a yellow flag in sector 2. Let's go ahead and try find, what is that? Can't really find it, but Dougie still behind Static here. There's another yellow flag in sector 3. No, we can't find it. Maverick's making his way outside the pits. Dobby, I believe, is letting someone through, or he's going to go again for his fastest lap, because he wasn't satisfied, I guess, as Reagan is now out for his out lap. The same with Harvey, and other than that, it's only Static who's now out and trying to set a fastest lap and beat Dobby. And we have Dobby, who's also out on those fresh starts when Static is on 2-lap old mediums. The top 3 are coming out now. 13-bot is now out. along with Reagan, who I believe has just started his lap. He has. Daniel, who is fresh to D1. This is his first ever race. Is also on his out lap, of course, warming them tyres up. It's going to be very key today. Of course, Austria, it's prone to rain, so a lot of stuff could happen. But we're going to see how Daniel's lap does, and we're going to go back to our good friend Static, who is going into the pits. 13 Bot, who is about to begin his lap for the AlphaTauri, or AlphaTauri. And other than that, there's some yellow flags there. But Dubby, who has now entered the pit, 13 Bot, is about to begin a flying lap to see if he can nick second or first place of Dubby and Static. So yeah, we're going to watch him. He's the only one to watch other than Daniel, who is about to begin, or should be over. Yeah, he is about to begin his flying lap. So we'll watch him and 13 Bot. 13 Bot, of course, on those fresh shafts. Dubby now should go into P1 or something. No, mediums, I mean, as there is a yellow flag in Sector 1, Sector 2, and Sector 3. And 13 Bot is around that corner as Honnold and Taylor Fung are out on the outlaps, as Daniel is setting his flying lap. As Nice One Kekos also comes out on his outlap, so a lot of changes on the grid happening. As Honnold and Nice One Kekos get started. 13 Bot, is he going to improve? He doesn't. He's a 10th off improving on Static, but the top two are now into the pits. Let's have a look at Taylor Fung, who is setting up his tyres. A lot of people are now out. I'm pretty sure 13 Bot. I think he might pit this lap. We'll have to see. As we have Daniel, who is trying to set a lap here, or a good lap to get, maybe a podium, like a pole on his debut. Maybe, you never know. Anything can happen here. It's an extremely short track, Austria. As Reagan's on his outlap, a lot of people on the outlap, as Dubby also decides to come out for an outlap, of course, warming up those tyres, getting the tyres, he's getting the tyres at the right temperature. But it does look like he is getting ready. He's gonna go he's gonna try and improve his time. As 13 Bot has stayed out here, he's a couple tenths off, on like a couple milli-tenths, I guess, off. Static, who's just come out. Honnold is setting one, but Nice One Kekos is just in front of him. It's extremely close at the top of the grid right now, and this is going to be extremely interesting to see what happens. As not the best lap for Honnold, who maybe was getting held up there by Kekos. Well, let's see what happens between them two, as there's a yellow flag in Sector 1, 2, and 3. See if you can see what's happening at all. Nope, we can't. It's Dougie there, goes a little bit wide, and yeah, see what he can do here. He might improve, I'm not sure, I don't think so. I think he's just going to try and go for it again. A bit of lag there from Dougie. I don't think he will improve, he won't. 13 Bot is coming to the pits now, and Static is out for his outlap, but of course warming up those tyres, letting Reagan through, who is... He might actually get a good lap time here. Is he going to improve? No, he doesn't. He remains in P7. As Daniel comes into the pits after 2 laps on those softs. And Reyes, who is a P9 currently, is about to do a flying lap. A lot of people are starting their flying laps now, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. As I'm going to go on this angle, 13 bot, I'm pretty sure is retired or done with the session. As Static letting, I don't know who that is, I think it's his teammate. So I'm just letting Ray through. And then a lot of people have already finished their qualifying. So yeah, let's go back to this camera angle. We can't really do it there. Let's keep Regent could improve here. He does by one position. He goes up to P6 now. As Maverick, Static all come into the pit, and that is most likely going to be their qualifying over. As Maverick comes in, all we have now is Seeley Harvey, who is 15 seconds faster than what he was. I don't know. Well, of course he was, because his fastest time was a 1:22. I'm guessing he's not going to go and get a better time, I'm guessing. Or is he going to go change tyres? A little bit of an odd strategy there, but, you know, it happens as all the drivers now are into the pits, and that's qualifying finished. As, yeah, Harvey does retire from the session. So I need to turn my voice chat off. I just realised. I don't know if drivers can hear me. It's a bit embarrassing. They can. Do that, and I'll have to go turn it off. Go. Yeah, I'll turn it off now. Don't worry.
Initials are TCF, so that's kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah, okay, so they can't hear me anymore. Yeah, I don't have voice chat in games, so I think they could hear me most of the time, other than in the race. So, yeah, a little bit embarrassing there. So, yeah, Cebu put go FHB and Reagan, yeah, hopefully they do well. There's currently 12 people in the stream. I'm hoping you enjoy it. It is about to get underway with the race. And what a race we have on the store for us today. Going to be extremely quick race. I don't know how many laps there are. We'll find that out in a second. I'm pretty sure it's a 50% race. Of course, the top three, Dobby and the other two, as we do load this time. And I need to go turn my voice chat off. Just go sort that out quickly. Alright, there you go. They should be able to hear me now. Alright then, race is going to get underway in 30 seconds. And what a race we're going to have here. It's going to be extremely interesting. Of course, Austria, a very nice track. I like riding on Austria, driving on Austria. So what a race, 8 seconds, and we'll get underway. And the lights are about to be out here, and lights are out as Dobby gets a good start. I think this is just This is the proper thing, as Dobby gets a good start. 13 but just behind him with Static in P3. Arnold just behind him. Predicted, as you can see, predicted pit stops lap 12 to 21 or lap 25 to 34. No changes on the grid as it stands. As yeah, I was right. This is just the formation lap. As Dobby leaves the session there. And he rejoins. But yeah, this is just a formation lap. 13 bar, very good qualifying. Starts P2 and his teammate in P7 there. As Dobby leaves again, I don't know what's happening there. Maybe some connection issue. But then, hopefully the drivers are going to be warming up their tyres, ready for the race. As it's going to be a big start to this race, of course. You can see in the map, very small track. I'm just going to have this on, we're going to have it on position change for the start, so that you can see what's going to be happening. Anyway then, the drivers are going to make their way to their starting position to get started with the race. Well then, the grid is forming, a lot of drivers are lining up, but the top three consists of Dobby, 13 bot, Static, and in the bottom half we have Kekos, Maverick and Daniel, all occupying the 12 grid. As well, we're about to get underway here. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, and well then, welcome to Austria. Lights are out here as Dobby gets a good pull away initially, but 13 bot just behind him carries on. Ray gets in front of Bajrol, and Bajrol goes up a couple more positions. Honnold overtakes Taylor Funk. What a start to the race, as Daniel has gone from P9 all the way to P5. Great start for him, as 13 bot is just behind Dobby here. But just behind him is Honnold, who could try and make a move on him, and he does. Honnold makes a move on Dobby, and Dobby is all the way in P3, and 13 bot is in P1. What a race it has been, what a start. As you can see there, Taylor Funk also getting past Dobby. I'm pretty sure it's Dobby's AI playing for some reason. But 13 bet will not complain about that, or 13 bot will not complain about that start, as he is now in P1, which is extremely good for him. As you see there, predicted pit stop strategy, go have a look at it. As 13 bot sits the fastest, as we're going to go have a look at what's happening down the grid. There's a lot of issues here with Bajrol and nice one Kekos, as Kekos could try and make a move on him. He's going to try and make a move on him here. He's going to stick behind him, but it's not really an overtaking area at the moment. But he could try and overtake him, as Daniel, who started in P9, is through on Maverick, and Daniel is up to P4 here, with Maverick trailing behind, who also started at the bottom end. Is Dobby, who I'm pretty sure his AI is playing, is up there, or lost a lot of positions, as Maverick is just behind Daniel, and this could be a great overtaking zone for him if he can get off and get into the right position to make that overtake. As 13 bot sets another fastest lap of the race, but can Maverick make a move here on Daniel? Not close enough at all there, and he stays, but he is. That is a better corner. He's spun out. Maverick is spun out. That is not ideal for him, as he needs to recover himself. As Dobby goes in P5, Maverick, that is definitely not what happened, and Maverick might lose another place here, as he does lose another position, as Baj Wolf goes into P6 as Dobby rejoins. A bit late there, but Kekos could try and make a little move on Maverick, who's lost 2 positions now. He could try one down the inside, but no, he stays in. There's contact. There's contact, and he's pushed. That's surely going to be some sort of penalty points. Maverick will not be very happy, as that's clear, definitely damage for Kekos as well. But that is definitely dangerous driving. As you can see, there's wing damage there. You see, he's struggling. Definitely a lot of wing damage. Both of them might have to box. Of course, Kekos definitely has lost his front wing there, as I'm pretty sure he's going to head into the pits, and he doesn't. He decides to stay out with a broken wing. His badge wall sets the fastest lap of the race on those 3-lap-old softs. Daniel, who went from P9 to P4, is in P4. Taylor Funk, who might be able to make a little move on Honnold, as Maverick does make the move on Kenos, who is definitely suffering with that wing damage. And Reagan loses out to Static, but he could try and make a little move on him. He could try, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Yeah, he's definitely not close enough. It's Honnold. He's in distance of Taylor Funk, and he might decide to make a little move on him if he can get close enough around this corner. Does not look like it, but 3 seconds in the lead is 13 Bot, who's done nothing wrong at the start of this race, and well, it's proved himself. We were talking earlier, and he told me, the best one I've ever got, the best position I've ever got is P2. I was telling him, you got to go up there, get the win, as W is clearly having some issues. As he, speaking of the devil, 13 Bot nearly spins out there, which is, that would have definitely not been funny, as Kekos does make his way into the pits now, of course, with that wing damage, as he hits something in the pits. It's Reagan has gone up position because of the pit. Static sets the fastest lap of the race, and Taylor Funk, who could try and make a little move on Honnold on the main straight. Let's see if he will. I do not think he's close enough, as Kekos drops into P12. But he is closer than last time, definitely a lot closer. But will he try and make a move? He's going to try one. Will he get close enough? Let's have a look. He's going to go down the inside, and he's going to go up to P2. Brilliant driving there, and he's up to P2. As Daniel also loses position to Bajwal. Don't ask me how to pronounce that one. I'd also should probably put yeah, I can do that. Yeah, we'll do that so you can see DRS and stuff. Well then, what a start to the race it's been. I mean, Honnold's still in distance of Taylor Funk, who, and it, well, could still definitely make some sort of move if he can get close enough. No change in the grid at the moment, no safety car yet, which is good. Of course, clean driving other than what happened earlier with Kekos and Maverick, which I'm sure will be investigated, as Ray picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warning. I'm guessing that's for like seeing track limits, and Maverick makes a move on Dubby, who is under 8i right now. But Maverick does make the move on him, and Maverick's up to P6. Well then, what a start to the race, start to the new season this has been. Anyway then, Honnold could still try to tease up a little move. Honnold's gonna use ERS to try and get closer to him, but he's not, as he is not close enough to try and make any sort of move. But then, if Honnold can get close enough on this main straight, this could be quite good for Honnold, and Honnold could regain that number 2 position. But through all of this, 13 Bot is just pulling away here from the rest of the grid. 3 seconds and a bit now behind Taylor Funk on him. He's just there. I think that's just him. Actually no, that is Kekos, who is being lapped in lap 8. So I'm sure Kekos will be getting told to let him through, as he does. He's going to let Taylor and Honnold through, as, well, they are ghosted anyway, as Static is also making a move on Dobby's AI, who, well, it's a bit disappointing really what happened, but you can't do nothing about it, unfortunately. But anyway, then now, Honnold and Taylor Funk are getting ever so closer to each other. And let's see what's going to happen here. Honnold definitely a lot closer. Will he try and make the move on the main straight, though, is the question. As Dobby left the session once again, severe issues there with Dobby's internet. As Honnold is a little bit closer though. He does not have DRS on Taylor, but he will get it on this straight, so he might be able to make a move, and he will be a little bit faster than Taylor, and he might be able to make a move. A little bit of a voice crack there. He could have gone down the inside there, but he just fills in behind Taylor, who is defending really well, as Reagan and Dobby here are both fighting for that position, as Reagan gets it. Bless me. And Ray, who currently sits P11, and then you have Nikos in P12, as Static and Maverick. Static gets above Maverick, but Maverick could have gone down the inside there, but he decides not to. Well, Maverick is going to get DRS. Was being rammed off the track earlier was probably not the best for Maverick. Exactly in this position as well. But let's see what Static, if he can defend, but he really is just pulling away from Maverick there. There's nothing Maverick can do other than try to get closer than him. This Honnold is extremely close. He's going to get DRS on Taylor Funk. He's going to go around the outside and he's going to go into P2. Honnold's in P2 of this race. And while that's class from both drivers, of course, P2, P3 battle is being insane, but Taylor Funk, he could and try and get it back. He's got a DRS. Is he going to go and try and make a move? He's not close enough to make a move there, but he could try one on the main straight. Let's see what's going to happen here, as some drivers may be coming in for their pit stop soon. Of course, 9-lap old softs are definitely not going to be the best, but we're going to see what happens. As Taylor Funk is definitely in a range of Honnold. Let's see what's going to happen here, as he's definitely close. He could make a move. His 13 bot is in for his pit stop, but now let's have a look to see if Taylor Funk is going to try and overtake Honnold. Because most them drivers are likely to pit. But 13 bot, I know! Taylor Funk spun out! That is definitely not what he needed right now when he spun out, and Kekos, who is lapped, goes in front of him. But Taylor Funk, that is definitely not what he needed, as Daniel comes in for his stop. 13 bots making his way out. That is not very good. Put all of that hard work and Taylor Funk spun out, and now Honnold is just pulling away from Taylor Funk. Most likely he'll pit, as Daniel is in for his pit stop, is about to make his way out, as Reagan overtakes Daniel in the pit lane. Honnold is now 10 seconds away from Taylor Funk. Most likely he will come in for the pit stop, coming to pit this lap. Either will Honnold come in or is he going to stay out? It looks like he's going to go into the pits as expected. And then let's look at Taylor Funk, if he's going to come in. It looks like he's staying out. So Taylor Funk will go in P1 with Badro going in P3. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3 for sector 2 and 3. Is there anything happened or? Nope, not really. As Badro and Honnold both come in, and 13 bot is back in P2 with Taylor, who still is yet to pit. Of course, Kekos there, who's been lap. As Keckles actually spins out. That is not very good driving there, as he has spun out. Taylor Funk still needs to pit, but 13 bot, who is going to go number 1 if Taylor Funk decides to pit this lap, is Dubby, who is under AI control as at the moment. It has come into the pits, but 13 bot could, if Taylor doesn't come in, could even make an overtake here if he wanted to. But it does look like Taylor is gonna come in. No, Taylor stays out. And well, drivers are getting very close to each other here. 13 bot's gonna make a move down the inside, and he's gonna go into the lead of this race. Yes, he does. 13 bot's back into the lead while boxing. He's already pitted and got back to the people, which is insane. As Taylor goes into P2 with Honnold a little bit behind. But Taylor is going to get a DRS on the straight here. Will he be fast enough to catch 13 bot? He is catching him just as Static there has actually DNF'd. No clue why. We'll have to interview him later and find out why. But Taylor here is getting extremely close to 13 bot. But if Taylor decides to stay on another lap, most likely he shouldn't, and he should come in. And he'll come out around P5, P4 maybe. We'll have to see what happens. Is Taylor though, is he going to make that decision? Is he going to come in? And no, he stays out for another lap. And well, I don't really think that's very clever, as Ray there picks up a 3-second time penalty, who has already been lapped. Is Taylor must pit this lap or next lap. It's going to be extremely close now. But 13 bot, who started P2, then went up to P1 because of course Dubby's AI, is now back in P1 and on those mediums, but most likely there will be another pit stop, so there's going to be plenty more action happening here. As Reagan gets a 3-second time penalty, which I don't really know what happened there, but Badgerall has gone into the hards. Maybe that's a tactic, you never know, as the new boy Daniel is just behind Reagan. There's a yellow flag in sector 1, I'm pretty sure that's Harvey, who is just spun out, which is not very ideal, as that is 13 bot. Let's see now, will Taylor Funk come in? He does. Taylor Funk is in for his pit stop. Taylor Funk's in, and we'll let you know what tyres are going to go on, most likely the mediums, as Honnold goes back into P2. And Badgewall, who might or may not go into P3. Let's have a look. I don't think he is. Oh yeah, he does. Oh, it's going to be extremely close here. Coming out, but Badgewall just, well, no, not really just, but gets out before him. Very close, so it's going to be a nice little battle between them two drivers. But Honnold now just needs to focus on getting closer to 13 bot, who is on the older mediums, but of course those mediums can be pushed a lot more. Daniel there overtakes Reagan. Let's have a look what's going to happen there. As Daniel spins out and he's lost his front wing, which is not ideal. As he resets the track then. And that, he's definitely lost his front wing there, and he will have to make a pit stop. Very, 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 not very good for Daniel, but of course for Reagan, who has been fighting against Daniel, it's probably perfect as Reagan goes up to P6 and Daniel with a broken ring is going to have to try and make his way back to the pits. That is not ideal for him. Of course, Maverick's still on those 14 lap hold and decide to stay out, as Taylor Funk is getting a little bit closer to Badgewall, a couple of seconds per lap, so hopefully it's going to be a nice little battle between them as Reagan comes into the pits. I'm guessing, actually no, he probably didn't have damage, but Daniel will have to come into the pits of course with that damage, and he will have to get a new front wing, as that's definitely a full broken ring, as Ray picks up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So yeah, but that's definitely not ideal for Daniel, who it's his first race in Corsa. Very new to the league, very new to a lot of the people here. So yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be having some beef with Reagan after that one. But any go further up, we've got 13 Bot, who is pulling away even more on those older mediums, pulling away from Honnold. Very good as Ray overtakes Dubby, who's under AI. So yeah, very unfortunate for Dubby, who's normally a very good driver, I've heard. But yeah, extremely unlucky. No safety car so far, no incidents really happened, other than I guess Daniels, but that wasn't safety car worthy. As 13 Bot is pulling away at like rapid fire here against Arnold. Arnold is losing a lot of time as there's a yellow flag in sector 2, and it's Ray who spun out. He has to get out of the way very quickly there, as he does, and he's going to make his way back onto the track now. There's a car coming behind him, he needs to get out of the way. Pretty sure it was Maverick who has been lapped him, as Ray goes into E11. As Ray has damage, I'm pretty sure, will have to make his way back into the pits. Yeah, that car is not going very fast. I think there'd be some damage to that car. But oh, ain't no mind. Ray is actually retired from the session. So yeah, it's very unlucky as Harvey is following the retired Ray into the pits. As Harvey's in the pits for some new tyres. Then 13 Bot is pulling away rapid as he matches at the fastest lap. He doesn't, only a couple 7/10 off. As Harvey's going to make his pit exit. It might just be near where 13 Bot is. So yeah, but Honnold is also going to make his. He's only just behind Ms. Ray. Is under AI for some reason. A lot of people been having issues, I think, with connection. Is Dealer Funk is about to lap Dubby for a second time, I'm pretty sure. As Dubby should just let him pass, but he is ghosted, so we can just go straight through him. Of course, nice one, Kekos. Who also there's a little bit of an issue there with Dubby right next to Badgerall. And Badgerall is extremely close to Taylor Funk, who Taylor Funk has overtaken him. I forgot to go and look at it. But let's see if Badgerall can get close enough to try and make some sort of move. Will he? Does not look like it. Does not look like he is gonna be there or gonna be close enough, as gonna get DRS on him on this main straight. But again, Taylor's just pulling away. But very good driving from both of the drivers. But yes, it's been a very clean race, very enjoyable race right now. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's have a look. What else is happening? Badgerall is getting extremely close. He's going to get DRS, but he is not the closest. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Pretty sure there's Daniel there. We spun out. That's the only one I can think of is when Honnold and Taylor Funk are fighting. It's just so good for 13 Bot, who is now 11 seconds away from Honnold. And I don't know what's happened, but Honnold's just pulled away there from Honnold just pulled away from Taylor Funk. Don't know how, but he has. And then as Daniel gets a 3-second time penalty, a lot of penalties being dashed out now, which I'm sure will be appealed after the race. I don't know what happened, but he's just dropped a lot of seconds. I think maybe spun out. As Dobby goes into last, as Kepos overtakes him. Yeah, very unfortunate with what happened to Dobby. Of course, with the AI issues and stuff like that. But he could actually try and make a move on Kekos, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Let's go ahead and have a look. 13 bot is doing up at the front, because nearly 12 seconds off now. They're looking very, very clean, and the AlphaTauri is looking very fast with his teammate Reagan, who's in P6, going to try and catch Maverick, who he is in reaching distance of. So we'll keep you updated on that. Is none of the drivers are very close to each other, other than I guess Badgewall and Taylor Funk. As Taylor Funk gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that means as it stands, Badgewall will be in P3 if the race finishes like this. Very, very interesting that, because of course it might get appealed. We don't know what's going to happen. That is why F1 is so interesting. But let's go ahead and see if Badgewall could make a move on Taylor Funk to go into P3 without the time penalty. As the gap between Honnold and 13 bot is getting even faster. But this has been an extraordinary drive right now from 13 bot, who, I quote, has never won a race. So if he does manage to pull this off, this will be his first win race ever in Corsa. So yeah, let's hope he can pull this off. It's Honnold there. As Taylor Funk and Badgewall have lost a couple of seconds there, as Reagan does make the move on Maverick. Maverick is going to try and fight for it though. He is in reaching distance of him. Let's see. Don't really think he's close enough in that Alfa Romeo. But a good drive for Maverick so far. Of course, the D2 driver filling in as a reserve. Extremely good. Drive for him P6, and he hasn't been lapped yet. So yeah, sounds good. As there's been 2 DNFs so far with Ray and Static, as Maverick is going to make his way into the pit. Very fast there in the pit lane. But Reagan does remain in P5, and while Steely Harvey is going to go into P6 ahead of Maverick, so Maverick will drop. He may even drop another position to Daniel, and he shouldn't lose one to Kekos. Harvey does overtake him. But anyway then, let's focus on Badgewall and Taylor Funk, who were... What has happened? They've nearly disappeared from each other. They have completely just gone. Don't know what's happened, but they're just nowhere near each other anymore. So as Taylor Funk spun out for the second time of this race, and he's now into P4, and Badgewall in the Red Bull has gone into P3. He's gained a position on Taylor Funk, plus Taylor has that 3-second time penalty. Is the hard strategy for Badgewall working off here? We'll have to find out, as Taylor Funk nearly spins out again as Harvey picks up a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings. So I'm guessing that's exceeding track limits, etc. Anyway then, 11 to 12 laps are remaining here in Austria, and well, it's been a great Grand Prix to watch so far. No safety cars, quite a clean race, clean overtaking, of course, other than that incident that happened between Maverick and Kekos, which I'm sure will be checked after the race. Has really been it. Taylor Funk. This is the corner he keeps spinning out on, so let's hope he doesn't spin out again here, as he doesn't. But yeah, but more into the top two is Honnold is pulling away, 13 but is pulling away 15 seconds now. Brilliant racing from the AlphaTauri. I know I pronounce it. I'm quite bad with my UK accent. But then 13 bot is on the main straight when Honnold is just in his own world, not 16 seconds. Somewhat around that. Taylor Funk, of course, spinning out, costing him P3. Reagan behind Taylor Funk, so it's quite close between these two, I'm pretty sure. If that's the... I don't think they're the same one. Yeah, that's not. That's Kekos. Regan has now lapped, so as Honnold is going into the pits, or has already been into the pits, and he's dropped a position to Bajwal, who's on those hard tyre compound, who is now in P2 as Taylor. Although spinning out, so back into P3 as Honnold fills in P4, and of course Reagan and Kekos just there back there. Will anyone come into the pit? Visual Kekos is going to come into the pits. I don't know why is not going to go faster, as he does come into the pits. He could go a lot faster on this main straight, but I guess not, as Dubby overtakes him. As a 13 bot is going in quite early, 26 seconds. He's into the pits. I think he may still come out in first. We'll have to watch it here. And quite a quick pit stop there. But Bajwal is going to go past, I'm pretty sure. No, I think 13 bot is going to stay in the lead of this race in P1. Last racing there. Bajwal is, he's only a couple seconds off. But 13 bot has gone into the softs. Will the softs last the rest of this race? We'll have to find out. As Taylor Funk is just behind Bajwal, or not just behind, they're like 14 seconds off. But 13 bot and Bajwal are quite close together now. Plus the 13 bot, extraordinary racing, but he is on those softs now, so he will probably pull away, as I'm pretty sure that's Reagan in front of him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his teammate. Oh no, that's probably Kekos. Kekos, who is in front of him. So then, let's have a look. As Dubby comes into the pits. Of course, I feel very bad for him. AI, stuff like that. As Kekos might make another... Yeah, he is going to take his P10 back. As he should, right? He should anyway. As he does, he goes into P9. As Bajwal, who is in P2, picks up a 3-second time penalty. That is most likely not ideal for him. Which means I'm pretty sure he will remain in second place as it stands. But if Taylor Funk can get closer to that hard tyre compound, this might be a little bit more of an interesting race. As I did say, as Honnold has just overtaken Taylor Funk. But Taylor Funk might get, he's going to get DRS on the straight. Brakes a little bit early there, trying to get over quick. But he's nowhere near to make an overtake. It's going to be quite an extraordinary end to this race. Because Taylor Funk on those 12-lap-old mediums most likely could survive them out for another couple of laps, maybe 2-3 laps. Is the max I'd say they'd last. And then 13 bot, who's on those fresh shafts, sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:04. Extremely fast there. Bajwal is 13 bot, he's just pulling away from Bajwal though. And, well, you can't really say anything bad about 13 bot. Of course, going into P1 at the start of this race, it's been quite class race from him. And if he can secure this win, I'm sure AlphaTauri are going to be extremely happy. About this win. Of course, a P1, P5 Reagan, not the most. Yeah, he's only just behind. I'm pretty sure. Is he? No, mind. He's miles away. It's getting quite confusing with all the people on track. But let's have a look what's happening. Taylor Funk is closing in on Honnold. Of course, those mediums are not going to last forever. So Reagan, however, slammed Luminous into static shock, get a massive. Yeah, definitely. Nice how you, nice how you saw that fact. Yeah. Nice how you saw that fact. Well, I mean, it's quite obvious. It should be definitely a big penalty for that. Extremely, dirty driving. Other than that, Ollie Ray, it's been quite clean. Quite a clean race. No safety car. But as of right now, as Bajwal is on those hards, 17 lap old. There's Dobby there who, yeah, he's been lapped twice now. The safety car's on reduced and the laggy Dobby should, in my opinion, and the laggy Dobby should, in my opinion, be a redo. I mean, I guess so, but I'm not. I make those decisions, but I mean, if they were gonna do a redo, I know I won't be commentating it because I gotta go commentate on another league after this. But then, yeah, there'll be a lot of conversation about this race after Ollie Ray. Anything really happening? It's been, yeah, I will admit, Ollie Ray, it's not been the most, hasn't been the most exciting race, but it's definitely been a race. But other than that, it's been alright, as I'm pretty sure Taylor Funk should come in now or never, may as well, as Reagan also should come in maybe soon, but he has decided to stay out for another lap. But Taylor Funk, we're gonna have to see if he will come in. Of course, Bajrol could probably do a lot more laps on those hards, as the stream is about to hit an hour. But let's have a look if Taylor Funk is gonna come in for the pit stop, or he's gonna camp it out on those mediums. And yes, he does. He decides to come in for a pit stop, and I think maybe he should go onto some soft, something like that. See. We'll have to see what tyre compound is going to go on. And it looks like he's gone onto the softs as said. But Reagan, who I don't think he will get to Taylor in time, as Taylor's on his exit right now. It's going to be definitely more interesting, as Reagan will box most likely this lap or next lap. Taylor is out, and he's ages away, but I thought it'd be more close than that. As Reagan is just hitting that player, Daniel gets a 3-second time penalty. The yellow flag as Harvey spins out there. He needs to get that car under control quickly. He's tried to maybe put too much pressure on the throttle there and trying to get started too quickly, which is definitely not the best. He's going to get some DRS from 13 bot here, which we're going to have to see what's going to happen with that. As 13 bot, 17 seconds away now with 3 laps remaining. I think if anything happens now, it's going to be extremely disappointing. With Bajwal there nearly spun out again, but Honold is just behind him. And we're going to see what Honold will do, because he's in striking distance of Bajrol now, so it's going to be a very interesting battle here. There is a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. I don't really think I can see anything now, but we're going to go ahead and watch Honold, see if he's going to be close enough to try and make a move on Bajrol. I don't think he is, but he's not in a second, so he won't get a DRS. He's going to use some ERS, but he needs to start charging that a little bit. Because as you can see, his is only a 3%. But he is now very close to Daniel there. Comes in for his pit stop, or is on his pit exit. But it's going to be extremely interesting to see the end of this race with Honland Definitely extremely close. Jesus Christ, that is close. Is Honnold's going to get DRS to see if he can try and make a move down here. And Bajwal, who's on 21 lap old hard. This is just a battle for second and third at this point, as Honnold is within a second, so we will get DRS on that main straight. It's going to be extremely interesting to see how this is going to go. Honnold is on fresher tyres than the hard compound that Bajwal is on. So let's see what's going to happen here. Bajwal, Honnold's going to get DRS. And he's going to use some ERS. He's going to try and make a move down on Bajwal, but Bajwal's a little bit more closer, and he remains. But Honnold has another chance here with the DRS. He's going to try and make another move here on Bajwal, as he's going to get closer to it. But Bajwal is going to keep it out. He's going to go try down the iron side. He's going to go up to P2. Wow, what an overtake that is. That is class driving by Honnold there, who has overtaken Bajwal for P2 and overtaken the Red Bull for Ferrari. As it stands, Ferrari are going to get some points out of this, but the most points that are going to be given today are from AlphaTauri, which is good for them in their Constructors' Championships hopes. But a lot of the praise has to be given to 13 Bot as he enters his final lap of the race, and this is going to be extremely happy for the AlphaTauri team if they do manage to get to that finish line. We're going to watch it live on here on Corsa Racing League on Twitch. Make sure to tune in for the next streams. I'm going to be streaming a lot of them. Make sure to drop a follow, all of that good stuff. But 13 Bot, he's going to finish this lap, and this is his final lap of the race. Bajwal has overtaken Honnold again, but will he remain in that position? Honnold's going to go on the outside, and he's got more pace, and Honnold, they're side by side here. What is going to happen here? Side by side, but Honnold goes into P2. Wow, that is some class racing there for the P2 spot. Let's watch Bajwal again to see if he can try and make a little move on Honnold to get that P2 and more points for Ferrari. Well, it does not look like, as we're going to go ahead and see, as 13 Bot is the winner of today's race. Congrats to him. It's extraordinary race today. And we've got our victor. 13 Bot is the winner of Austria. Yay! What a race by him, and what a race by the AlphaTauri team. 13 Bot has done a lot today. Brilliant race, and we're going to have to get him in for an interview in a couple minutes. But wow, what a race that is. As Taylor actually picks up the fastest laps, steals the points from AlphaTauri, steals the additional point from AlphaTauri, yeah. As the race finishes, and wow, what a race that is for the AlphaTauri team. And then, more importantly, 13 Bot, who we're going to have to get an interview. Bajwal there, and the Red Bull picks up driver of the day. Very good by him, and we're going to watch the podium as there is the man of the moment, 13 Bot, who is the victor of today's race. Absolutely incredible racing by him. And the whole AlphaTauri team getting a P1, P5 finish. The Englishman, from where I'm from, brilliant from the Englishman today. And I really hope we can expect more of that from him. We're going to try and get an interview with him very quickly. Let's go have a look if we can get one. I don't think he's in any lobby, so let's just try and get him for an interview. We're going to try and get an interview with Mr. Champion today. But then, what a race that has been for us. Wow, what a race that was for 13. But we're gonna.
Good evening.
Hello. Well then,
what-
what a race that was today. How'd you do it?
I mean, just fantastic team skills. You know, Region coming out with the clutch with the setup.
Obviously.
I just, I came in. I said this before the race. I'm confident. P2, I could have definitely improved to pole. I invalidated on my last lap on qualifying. I was 4 tenths up, so I would have been on pole by 2 tenths.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a shame that Dubby disconnected, but I made the most of it, and my first win in the season, and I'm now leading the championship by a comfortable margin from Dubby and Rocco and all the sort of people, and AlphaTauri's leading the championship. So I think a fantastic day for myself and my team. No, I appreciate it.
How funny was it? Was that before this race we were talking and you said, "I've never got a win today," and well, you went and did that today. Congrats.
Yeah. No, it's a really good feeling. I mean, I've always been so close in some races, and then I've dropped off in a lot of the season. I've been thinking about stop racing completely, just because I haven't felt good enough. But it's reinvigorated my love for racing, even if my main competitor Dubby didn't manage to race. I was convincingly faster than Taylor and Honnold, which they're both great competitors and they both beat me in the past. So I'm happy with my pace. I'm happy with the win. Yeah.
Well then, that's all I need for you. Thank you. Good luck for the rest of the season, and well, I hope you can convert more second places to poles in the future. A lot of people were cheering for you in the chat.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well then, first we're gonna try and get let's have a look. Who can we get? We're gonna get the new guy. Let's just mute the stream real quick.
Good day.
Alright, okay, so the incident earlier with you and I believe it was Kekos, what do you have to say about that?
Definitely hit me knocked me out. Got kind of lost my competitive move there. I could have gotten back into the groove, but those are the breaks. I kind of got back around him and got back into the situation, but still lost a little bit of time. So definitely, there's going to be a little bit of a chat with him and I in the FIA against the FIA because that kind of ruined my race a little bit, but there was other factors too. So it wasn't completely his fault, but definitely could have been finishing up. I could have been further up in the pole, but not bad for a tier 2 driver.
Yeah, that's what I had to mention as well. Of course, you're a tier 2 driver coming in as a reserve, I'm pretty sure, is that correct?
Yeah, I decided to come in as a reserve filler just to make sure the grid is full. I even opted to start in the back so I wouldn't interfere with the boys, true racers.
Yeah.
And I found myself into fifth place after turn 1. Everyone was a little bit confluffle there.
Well, I think you proved a lot of people wrong today, and I'm sure they can expect you to be racing in T1 in Tier 1 in the future, and I hope you do, because of course that was a class race today. Other than that incident, which will definitely be reviewed by the FIA, but other than that, it was a class race. Other than that.
I think I was the only driver that started on the medium tires too, so I tried a different strategy than most, just to try to see if I could pull out a one stop with softs on the ends. So
yeah,
it did help. It did help the race a bit. So thanks.
Eddie, though, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. No problem. Talk to you soon.
Talk soon. Okay then. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you everybody for coming out. It's been a very good first race, and well, I hope we can get some more going soon, getting some more things happening soon. And well, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed being your host here today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.